Hi, this is my first vlog for my global learning project this semester. I just want to apologize in advance if you see me like staring at my phone or something. I kind of summarized my thoughts on what I took away from what I learned today. So long story short, I'm doing my project on one of my friend's roommates who's actually from France and lived there. She kind of bounced around in Europe for a majority of her life, moving from the Netherlands to Germany to France, but she spent her high school years in France. She actually spent it in this little suburb outside of Paris. It's right here. I don't know how to say this in French, but she did all 4 years there and actually came to the US. Her family moved to Kalamazoo, which is kind of weird. Right before she started her freshman year of college. But she and I kind of talked about the differences that we experienced during our high school experiences. Mine was very different because I went to a very conservative Catholic high school in Ann Arbor, and that in itself was very different from any other American high school, really. But some of the key things that I kind of took away from it was she never got her driver's license until after she was about to come to the US, just because they used public transportation to get around in the city or go to the main city. And that's really odd to me because I felt like everyone was kind of counting down the days until their 16th birthday when they were growing up, like hoping their parents would get them a car or something like that. She also pointed out that in France, they prize their education way more than we do. They also start learning what path they kind of want to go into when they're in high school. So around your junior year of high school, you kind of specialize into what field you want to go into. So for example, if you want to study finance in university, you would start taking more financial based classes starting your junior year of high school to kind of prepare yourself for a more rigorous course schedule. One of the major things that I thought was kind of interesting was when they were growing up, they would get to go home for lunches. My school, we had security guards or you couldn't even leave the parking lot for your breaks or whatever. But they kind of prided themselves on going home and like hanging out with their parents during their lunch hour. Other than that, they kind of had a very similar lifestyle, what you go through when you're a high schooler, such as like figuring out what you want to do with your life, what kind of clique you kind of fit into, that kind of thing, which I thought was very interesting because being in a different country such as France, I thought maybe they would pride themselves on other things or read into things differently than we do here. But for the most part, she kind of related herself to just a normal teenage girl.